Turkey Creek Master Owners Association Board of Directors. When I'm elected, I will resign from that board because I don't think I could represent in a non-conflict of interest basis. But I assure you that we are addressing a lot of infrastructures. We have projected the next 4 to 5 years, since we are a privately run community, that we're going to spend $4 to $5 million on roads, the pipes that go underneath the roads to take the water away. We want the city to be a partner on certain things that they can legally do, and we're not asking for anything extra. We're just asking, for our fair share, because we make up about 33 to 34% of the tax base for the city of Alachua. Subdevelopments do not have any more rights than anybody else. And I think we want to make sure there's some equity there. So I would say, is basically what we need to take a look at are we meeting the commitments of not just Turkey Creek subdivision, but the other subdivision, because they all have special problems. And I think the infrastructure that you have to look at each one of those subdivisions is something we just need to evaluate one by one, because other subdivisions right behind Hitchcock's, they got special problems and they need to address their issues also. So I will advocate for the city of Alachua, not for Turkey Creek, but certainly my heart's in Turkey Creek because I live there, and I will make sure that my constituents will be represented just like I represent the rest of the constituents.
Thank you. Thank you for all those questions, and there were many more, and there was great audience participation, so thank you. And again, feel free to ask the questions during the break. And now we're going to have each candidate give a 1-minute closing statement, and we will begin with Mr. Wilford.
Again, thank the League of Women Voters for holding this forum. It's been very eye-opening. It's the first time I participated in one of these. I'm 65 years old, and I waited a long time to get into politics, and I also just had my first grandbaby 3 months ago. Waited a long time to get that too. So I'm looking forward to the opportunity to serve for the citizens of Alachua. I will certainly do my best. You will know that you can approach me, that I will represent the views of the whole city of Alachua, because I think we are the Good Life community. My wife and I, we moved here. My wife was named Diane. We moved here from Arkansas 3 years ago, back home to close to our relatives, and I think we have one of the greatest communities I've ever lived. And I've had the chance to live all over the world, and I assure you, this is the best community in which I've ever lived. Thank you, and God bless you.
Mr. Helly. Oh.
Well, I'd like to thank everyone too. It was fun, and I didn't think it was going to be. I would like to caution you about Mr. Wilford bragging about his relative maturity. I'm only 59.
You're a baby.
That's what I keep saying. So Sue keeps saying too. I've been here a long time, and since '89. And speaking of Sue and Hal Brady and I were the first ones to light Main Street for Christmas. We filled those little white bags with sand and a candle, and we put those things out and lit them and brought them back, and Hal talks about it every time I see him. I love this place, and everything I own is wrapped up in Alachua. I had a stockbroker guy tell me that was the wrong thing to do, but it doesn't matter. I love this place, so if I can be of service again, I would love to do it. And so I don't forget, here I am asking you for your vote on April 13th.
Thank you. And Ms. Perkins.
I am the baby. However, I have been here the longest, and I think longevity has its place. I have no agenda, no hidden agendas or otherwise. I simply want to serve the citizens of Alachua. And I think that I have the intellectual ability and the compassion to do it well. And I ask that you vote for me, Darlene Perkins, on April 13th. Thank you.
This concludes the forum for Alachua City Commission Seat 2. And I'd like to thank all of the candidates for joining us. It really was a great panel and a great discussion. And we'll now take a 10-minute break and then continue with the next panel at 3 o'clock. We're on perfect time. Thank you. 50 minutes that we like to have. Good afternoon again. for those of you who joined us a little bit late. I'm Rosalie Bandabadai, the current president of the League of Women Voters of Alachua County, and we're very pleased to be here in the city of Alachua holding our first ever candidates forum for the city commission race. We will now be having the candidates for seat 3. This will be for a 1-year term. There are 2 candidates for this seat. They are Ben Bokhari Jr. I did say that correctly? Bokhari?
Incredible. That's awesome.
Well, did you see my name?
I heard it earlier.
Excuse me, Ben Bokhari Jr. and Michael S. Canny.
Yes.
Thank you. The format and rules for the forum are as follows. Each candidate will have 1 minute for an opening statement. I will then read 4 questions that were prepared by the League of Women Voters Voter Service Committee. The candidates will each have 2 minutes to respond to that question. After that time, after those 4 questions, we will take questions from the audience. We have league members in the back of the audience who have 3x5 cards and pens, so you may write your questions on that. I do have some questions. We had a great outpouring of questions at the last race, so I do still have some left from there, but we'll also look at the other ones, and I do try to mix them up and make sure everybody has a chance. We have timekeepers in the front row, right here, 2 league members, and they will be keeping the time frame. And they have little notes there. When there's 30 seconds left, she will hold up the sign. Then she has one for 10-second countdown on the paddle, and then time when your time is up. And we also have a little bell, but we never get to that, right? If you don't want to. Okay. Okay, and so we do ask you to stay within the time limits, and we look forward to another great 50 minutes. And thank you very much, and I'm going to get started. And we will rotate the questions. We were going to ask each candidate to now make their 1-minute opening statement, starting with Mr. Bokhari.
Thank you. My name is Ben Bokhari. I'm running for Alachua City Commission Seat 3. If you don't know about me, you will now. I'm a member of the P&Z Board, the Alachua Chamber of Commerce. I'm a lifelong resident of Alachua. I was a member of the Boy Scouts, all the community things you can imagine. I've been here, done that, seen it all. I've swam in Burnett's Lake when that was a lake, before it became a prairie / something else now. I graduated Santa Fe High School. I was selected Volunteer of the Year in 2006, if I didn't say that already. I am the MC, or have been the MC, of the Senior Fashion Show at Bavane Middle School. The MLK celebration, I was just recently selected as the MC for the World Series coming in August. I love this community, and that's pretty much about me. But my name, I have time, right? How much time? Okay, it's like an advertisement. Ben Bokhari, Alachua City Commission C3. Ben, Ben, Ben. Vote Ben and Tim.
Thank you. Mr. Canny.
My name is Michael Canny. I'd like to thank